Filters are quite boring things really, which is why I don't tend to look at them. I mean, when you utter the word filter, what do you think of? You think of these things that take out dirt and gunk and gunge from things. Not very glamorous, right? Well, this Kickstarter filter was sent to me recently, and it's kind of unique, which is why I'm looking at it. It's still a filter though. Well, this filter from H&Y's unique selling point is this. It's the way you mount it to the lens. Look at that right there. And the reason why it does that is because you can mount this to not just one filter head size, but a variety. 67 to 82 millimeters for this, and I've got different sizes. But how you mount this is by twisting it like that, and you put it on your lens, and then you let go, and that should just grip to your filter thread like that. And then your screen falls off. Let's attach that back on, but that should fit reasonably well. I mean, that should, in theory, support the weight of your lens and camera. Hopefully this won't drop again. Playing with fire, playing with fire. My insurance company will be happy to hear that nothing happened. Still, I wouldn't recommend trying that, even though it grips tight onto the thread. By the way, I took it out with a Panasonic S1H shooting a bit of 6K RAW, which is pretty damn sweet. The H&Y RevoRing filter is one sheeny, shiny looking thing, mainly thanks to that nano coating. Anti-reflective, anti-fingerprint coating on it. That's why now. Like your fancy lens nano crystal coating, it's for preventing your greasy mitts from making marks on the front and letting any liquid bead up, so you can just wipe it off without leaving a big fat smear on it. But the coating is also to prevent flare and reflections. Alright, fair enough. So it's made out of 6063, if that means anything to you, aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you're from, with a matte black finish, and textured ring here with ribbing for your gripping pleasure. The inner ring is to release the filter from the lens. Don't rotate that when you're using it. The outer couple of rings are what you should be using. Actually, I've looked at some H&Y filters before. Last time when Lara sent me that 9mm lens to review. They also sent me one of these filters to look at. So you just slap it on there. Like that. You can just stack filters on top. You can stack them forever. Obviously not forever, that would be stupid. But there we are. That's actually very neat. I found out later that they're made of Gorilla Glass. I wish I'd known that earlier, then I would have a real reason to drop them. I don't think this RevoRing filter is made of Gorilla Glass, so probably shouldn't drop it. After all, it combines a variable ND and circular polarizer, so you don't want to smash up two functions in one, right? That's how you adjust the ND filter. And the thing here with the knob, if you can see it, there we are, that's the knob. That's the circular polarizer. What's the difference? Let me show you. I mean, to put it simply, an ND filter is to darken your image, like that. And a variable ND is so you can vary it. Unsurprisingly. And the circular polarizer, that is different in that it cuts out reflections. Might not be able to see it so clearly here. The sun is behind the clouds, but it also works to make that sky pop. And you can't see it too obviously here. You'll just have to take my word for it. Or I could show you something else I shot when a cheeky son of a bee's sun decided to come out. Polarizers, useful for stills and video. Say bye-bye to reflections if you like talking to reflected light, you nutter, and make those clouds stand out. Vari ND's great for video, although you have to be careful of the dreaded Vari ND Fader X when you fade too far. They've marked this with a W. No, they haven't named this filter after me. It just means if you're using it on a lens wider than 16mm, you can't go past this mark or you'll just get the X. Now apparently they're going to add a hard stop at max and they're possibly going to put one at minimum. That would be good because sometimes with variable ND filters you end up accidentally knocking it past its maximum without realising it. There's a little bit of play between filter and Revo bit on this pre-production unit, but I've checked and they said this will get fixed for release. Now another thing about the ND ring is that it's quite thin, so if you've got big fingers there's not too much to grip onto, but apparently they're going to put a knob on the final product ring. All this knob and ring talk and no filthy jokes. What's wrong with me? Anyway, there's no color cast from what I can see, which is important. But look, the really interesting thing is being able to use it on a wide variety of filter thread sizes. I own a couple sizes of filters and have loads of filter size up adapters. I hate using them. Carrying all of those extra rings. It just jingle jangles like there's a load of little micro magicians in my bag doing Chinese linking rings tricks. I guess they realised that not everybody wants to just ditch their current set of filters and buy a whole new set, so they've got just the RevoRing part minus the filter and a filter thread on the front, so you can use your own filters on it. Yeah, so that's the RevoRing. Sorry I can't stretch that video further, but it's a filter ring thing, and if you think that's cool, then there's my special link in the description box below to check out their Kickstarter. I think it's an affiliate thing, because I haven't actually got around to reading all the details, but I did at least check the link and it works. So there. Thanks for watching. See you again. Bye bye.